Darling, sweet one tastes like Cadbury flakes, darling. Sweet one never gets sick of the taste, darling. Sweet one make a man turn renegade, darling.
Even if I can't.
Finally.
Well, you guys are welcome to Loft Talk. You're with your beautiful baby girl Nafi. You know what I'm saying? I look hot.
So are we.
And then I've got my fan, you know, my comb, my little guy on the side. I'm joking. I've got Ramen right there.
Yeah. I'm just getting more support. Yeah.
We're gonna be looking after you guys today. We're gonna be grilling you.
We know we've already been in good hands. So
good.
Before the camera's there.
Yes. So it's nice to have you guys here. I think you know that I'm already excited that you're here, and a big up StealthChannel for giving us opportunity to actually do this and talk to. You're not upcoming. You lot like situated artists. You're not running Manchester right now.
No, we're still growing our fan base.
Do you know what?
There's a lot more people ahead.
True that, because I'm sure they ain't heard you in Moston, or they haven't heard you in in Bury or something like that. So we need to get around the whole places, man.
You got your Manchester quite well.
Hey, look, don't play with me.
He's new here. You know Manchester quite well.
Unofficial mayor.
I did move here for a brief summer before I actually moved here originally.
So you did a little test.
Yeah, just to see if I like it. But I've always come to this and I've always thought that the artistry, the creative individuals here would definitely help me achieve something. But before we even go too far, please introduce yourself, guys.
You go. You start.
Okay, so Ibuka,
Cheers.
that's Chidi, and we go by Alkohol Republic.
Yep.
So we're a bit seasoned now, so 29, from Nigeria, from...
I thought you were going to say 29 years in music.
I'm like, yo, you know me doing this for time.
So we've always been musical, but we've kind of properly just taken it serious for the last 2 years, 2019. So
I think that's when I met you.
Yeah, it's all about for us now. It's all about trying to just craft the sound and just push it as far as we can. So
you guys have been doing music for a little while.
Since we were kids, just since
so maybe we should take it back to the beginning.
Yeah, let's take it back.
So we're gonna try and do this in terms of different styles and stuff like that. So we don't want to make it like a plain boring interview.
It's not gonna be.
So we'll try and play some games as we go along. If that's okay with you
That's
guys.
fine.
I like games.
If you pass,
I like games.
maybe we'll get you started. If you pass, if you fail,
Jesus Christ.
Woo! You owe me money if you fail.
I've got exam anxiety.
there you go.
Yeah, I like monies. Let's put money on the line here.
Alright, so you guys ready for your first test?
Yeah, let's
go.
go. Let's go.
So if I say
Is it are we against each other? Are we competing?
no, you guys
I want
are
the
a
same
team.
team.
You're a
Okay.
team. Wow, I guess we know who's gonna try and go solo first.
Yo, we know who's gonna go solo first.
Nick Jonas.
I was watching the family race the other day as well. It was so sick.
laughing.
Oh, sick.
Trust me.
Alright, so if I say the name Cardinal Dominic Nkandem, does that mean anything to you guys?
Yeah, that's one of Nigeria's leading, or was he or is one of Nigeria's leading.
Absolutely.
So I don't know who that is.
Cardinal Ekandem, you should know.
I think I don't know.
Cardinal Dominic Ekandem.
Just
You should know. It's like Nigerian leading church official.
Okay. How about the guy that founded the secondary school you went to?
To start your music.
Jesus.
Was you not in a boy band?
In college. I
I swear our thing was started by, wasn't it this French? It's a French guy.
No.
Is it not? I thought it was this French.
I thought it was this French missionary.
I love how they can't even
It's like Saint Marcelin.
Maybe, but from my research, that's what I got.
Okay. We lost the first time.
So you guys went to
Christ the King.
Tell us about that.
Yeah. You started your music thing.
Yeah. We actually did. So back to like SS, how do you say Yes 2, yeah.
That's like year 8.
Yes.
So that's the first time we really started trying to write. So there was this.
So what we always did, and the way our music always kind of came about, we always kind of took the piss out of things.
Yeah.
So back home, I'll say years before that, our grandma, my mom's mom, may her soul rest in peace. She was living with us, and
When she was living with you, or you was living with her?
She was living with us. she came to Abuja to live with us.
Right, okay.
With the family.
We just made up songs about what she used to say. Like, so we like made a whole like song about like the kind of things she used to say, like talking in her voice. So it was just kind of loads of stuff like that. And eventually, like, I remember this in JS2, we used to we used to take the piss out of this guy called Emmanuel Mordi.
Hey, Emmanuel, if you're watching this, yeah.
His first name and his last name.
His last name as well, like, you really.
You guys name dropping.
him, bro.
Emmanuel, you're gonna blow after this, trust me. So him and this guy, what's his name? Nathaniel, right?
Yeah.
So we made this song. It's kind of like it's a kind of a crude. So it's like Mordi, Yangari, Mordi, Yangari. So just like taking the piece out of the two of them, right?
What does that even mean?
And this was.
That's what I want to know.
So this guy's his name is like Nathaniel Inyang, right? Because he's a Calabar guy. Okay. So we just kind of call him Inyang
right now. I just want to put this out
there.
there.
They put Gary behind his name and just kind of Gary. And this is like Emmanuel Mordi. So they just took the piece out of two of them.
So told them Mordi, Yangari. So that's
so we made that up, right?
Nice.
Singing about two of them. And then all of a sudden, this guy went and wrote a verse.
Hey,
this guy came back with a verse.
Don't leave me hanging, boo-boo. Don't leave me hanging.
Oh
my gosh.
This guy called Yuri Winston, right? So he's a bit of a writer. He was
really good.
He was one of the clever ones back in our secondary school.
Nice.
So he was very good with writing. So he wrote this verse for this guy, gave it to this guy.
It's from him I knew how to spell corduroy. Yuri Winston.
That came out of nowhere for me.
Spell it.
So it's CORDURO corduroy.
Is there a U in it?
Corduroy.
COUDROY, something like that.
Corduroy, something like that.
So this guy,
something like that. Don't quote us, guys.
Nobody CORDOU.
There's L there.
Chidi, regardless of what it is, it's from that guy. So he was describing what his characters were wearing.
DOY.
Yes, can you see?
He was right.
There is an O. There are two O's.
So
It's called you
Roy.
Yeah.
So that guy he had a very expanded mind, I would say, because he used to write old Western books.
Okay.
So he would just basically think of a spaghetti Western movie, you know, these old American Western movies, and write and like create one himself with the lingo, all the lingo, the way they talk.
And you have the characters talking in the accents.
He would write
be able to write the accents the way that just like how
this was in Nigeria. Like this guy was looking at this guy, was just like, what is going on here? Boy, I need to sit with you more. So there's a bunch of like outcasts we used to sit with. Then these are the guys that were trying to do their own thing. So yeah, that's how the.
The joy is I want to get into his definition of outcast, because it's like, do you know what I mean? Like
outcasts are outliers, and the people that are not really doing the thing that everyone's doing. So
they're just not following the norm.
The mavericks just doing their own thing.
The weird kids.
Yeah. So it's from all this. So the weird kids ended up doing things that people like. So
we used to draw comics and stuff like that.
Y'all used to draw comics.
Yeah, we used to. He was brilliant.
Comics and
brilliant.
So how did you guys go from the making fun of people to being in a boy band?
Okay. So that
guy wrote that verse, and then we were like, okay, maybe we can do this. So it was me, him, and then the guy that was rapping, and then all of a sudden, like I think these two other guys joined, but they weren't like I would say core members. So it was kind of me, my brother, and then this other guy called Raluchi.
So were you singing or was it rapping?
We were kind of singing, and the guy was like rapping.
So that's how we just started. So next thing we just stayed going. People just started listening to us. People just wanted us to do things and everything. So that's how the dream. And then when we moved out of Nigeria, we just kind of carried on.
What was the boy band called?
It was
called Ripper, wasn't it?
Yeah, RIPPA.
RIPPA. So yeah.
Did that stand for anything?
I forgot. I don't think so. It was just Ripper.
But then like there was a big kind of boy band craze in our year.
So after that there was a big there was a civil war. There was like a civil war, like everyone just wanted to do shit. So yeah.
And you guys always lost the battle.
No.
Why is
he? You know, you're scaring me, right? Yeah. Because I swear this guy talked to someone in CKC.
Yes.
Because that battle they try to do like this event and this kind of rap battle thing. And then I think it became.
It's Chili's face, isn't it? Chili's face like, how do you know so much? I'm like, what?
Now, who do you know?
Alright.
So your college, you should know something.
Alright, so
crazy.
Tokyo Skies.
Hey, so okay, so Tokyo Skies it represents for me a moment in time. So basically, we're listening to everything there that people are doing, all the genres of music, and basically just like how can we create something. What do we want to do? Yeah. So Tokyo's guys was, and I'll tell you, I used to be hard on myself when I used to listen to stuff like that, like all the experiments I did that I didn't really feel satisfied with. I used to be hard on myself, but I just feel like it's all leading me somewhere, and like
Process.
so that Tokyo's guys was actually, I realized something after like Tokyo's guys. I realized I need to work with, because me and Chidi produce everything we used to up until a certain point. So I just realized I need to work with like talented producers, because I realized I can't really, the vibe I'm trying to create, like I can't really create it myself. So I kind of need the fabric and materials from other people.
So Pete was I think we're living together.
Please, you can't take it right now. I am loving this.
So Pete,
2015, I think we lived together for like a year or two.
But in space, we are famous.
You can tell they're really brothers.
He's really just blocking it for him. That's so sweet, baby. Are you like the sweet boy? Yeah.
No, I think he's this.
We're both sweet. Trying to be tough now. Yeah? Okay, so
you were saying something.
So Peter.
So with Pete, we're living. He was living. So at uni, I had a one bed. So Pete was staying with me for like the better part of the last 3 months when I was in uni halls, and then we just kind of like just started making kind of music together. And
because Pete would like this, like what's this sound that he likes? He likes this avant-garde, heavy. Like if you want the Volvo adverts.
Volvo.
Like the Volvo adverts. Them epic singing that go on behind.
Right.
This is kind of we kind of dabbled in that like for a while, because like that dark R&B sound like The Weeknd was doing, Johnny Rain. Who else was doing that shit that time? You got Banks. Yeah, Banks. I like Banks then.
That. So we kind of made a group together called In Space We're Famous with Pete, and we're kind of doing like kind of alternative experimental type of music, and Tokyo's guys are just a derivative of that.
Y'all just talk about space a lot, you know that.
A lot. We'll get into that later.
I would love to take you.
That's why I was like surprised when you guys were talking about your influences, and you were talking about Shorty Low, you were talking about T-Pay, and I was like, I didn't, from your early music, I was surprised to hear that you guys were into that kind of stuff, because it was like a juxtaposition kind of a thing, but yeah, that's...
Man, I used to love Shorty Low. Man. I know that. And
There's a
R.I.P.
bit
Shorty
more
Low.
of Travis in your like music
100%.
now. Like,
Yeah, it's Chidi that kind of.
but it
She likes
slaps
that
though.
guy.
Like you don't. It
I like
slaps.
that. I like that Kanye West, Travis. That old Kanye West, kind of Cruel Summer. I'll say
Just the darkness and the edginess of that.
I just like the dark sounds that the two of them have, like so the kind of sound and the kind of things that they kind of say with that, type of stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think for me, it's the way that you guys are just able to ride on any FMB, and it's your flow patterns. I can't get over it. I'm there like trying to get caught
Kendrick,
up.
in your music as
Literally,
well.
it goes over your head if you're not paying attention,
Yeah,
because you're
for
actually
sure.
saying important shit. I just love it, and I love the wordplay all the time.
Thank you very much.
So obviously that brings us, we're done talking about other people. Let's
Okay.
talk about you now. Brings us to Alkohol Republic.
Okay.
Right, so they say you don't miss business and pleasure and family and stuff like that. How's it been? Being a duo, being twins, working together, making sure you don't kill Boo Boo when,
It's
Oh, look at my hand.
well, making sure Boo Boo doesn't,
Trying to make sure I didn't kill people. That's my hand. So this one.
Now, what do you think the pros and cons would be like being a group with your
Do you want to take that one?
So, the only cons I would ever say that could exist in any group is the absence of communication. Okay. So we grew up twins, right? So for most of our teenage life, we didn't really need to say much to each other, because we were doing the exact same thing, like up until primary school, secondary school, because we're in the exact same class in secondary school, the exact same class in
they didn't try to split you guys up.
They tried.
They tried, but
Okay.
we kind of wanted our kind of career path to. We wanted it. We saw a life we wanted, right? So despite what everybody was like, you're never gonna be it. So people were like, you're not gonna be able to study the same course as your brother.
You're not gonna be able to do the same things.
You're not gonna be able to go to the same uni. Boom.
Okay.
You went to the same uni. You're not gonna be able to graduate with the same result. You're not gonna be able to.
Who copied who?
So you just
I'm pretty sure there's been some same results on that angle too.
I think mine was slightly higher.
Shut up. Mine was slightly higher.
I think mine was slightly higher, like 71, something.
Mine was slightly higher. Are you mad?
Okay, we're gonna check this and
Yeah, so if you could just check it and just get back to it, so we can let
I know
people
for
know.
sure mine was, because you did a mad effort in it. Because this guy, in second year, he was supposed to do a project. He didn't do it right. Copied someone's work and got 0 for that entire module.
Yeah.
That's
Still
mad.
managed to finish with the first and third year, so you know the amount of work you had to
Raw.
put in.
Okay.
First
yeah,
and third
yeah,
year.
Yeah.
To the first, even after you got 0 in one module.
I hail you guys.
so I was getting 93 in some exams, 97 in some exams.
I don't know what he's talking
95,
about.
like just.
What do you mean? Booby's the guy, man. What do you mean,
but-
bro?
Imagine having to do that. I didn't mess up
Yeah,
that way.
yeah,
So I didn't
Yeah, some people get it easy. You got it.
But I still ended up with, I'm sure, I still ended up finishing it.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
But yeah, sorry, you were saying before the pros and cons.
Of so the pros and cons, like no,
Access of communication.
so we just kind of grew up the same, so we didn't really feel like we were different. So growing up now we know that
there's a lot of things.
there's a lot different. Like
We work differently. We used to think we were the same person.
exact person.
I used to cause many of our arguments because, like, why is the guy not feeling this way that I'm feeling
right now.
Why is
I
the
thought
guy
we were
not
the same
on
people.
on this wave. So imagine that kind of that used to cause a lot. We used to argue like pretty much daily because of stuff like that.
Do you know what it is? I can remember using that line in a relationship, and I'm thinking
That was
what?
literally about to say that. You guys
Like,
were
raw.
practicing for your
Yeah.
Mad.
But
So-
this is a relationship first, and then we got our girls as well. They're just there, but this is like a relationship that we've
Navigating.
had for like as long as we've been alive. Really.
So wait, I got actually. Sorry, who came out first? Who's the? Okay.
Two.
Well, you know in
Hey,
I came first. Taye, you came second, bro.
Yeah,
You
you
came Taye, bro.
But you know in Yoruba culture, this one that came out last is the oldest.
How? Says who? How though?
That's Yoruba
I
culture.
don't like that.
Do you know the mad thing? Do you know
I
the
don't
mad
like that. Kane literally means second to come.
Yeah, crazy.
So, like-
but because you're the oldest, that means I send you like go shot. You know, you're my shot boy.
Yeah.
Go check out how it is out there. You know.
And do you know the mad thing? The reason why I kind of agree with Yoruba people on this is that the second twins are always more dominant than the first.
Okay.
Like that I've seen anyway. The second one.
Are you
that
speaking
come out
from
first.
experience?
This is from my experience.
That's
Because in my boarding school we had how many? We had like 4 sets of twins in my year, and all the ones who came out second were kind of had more kind of
That bossy
personality.
thing.
Like him, you got one of the Ojingwas and then one of them. So yeah, I used
You
to
guys are all about dropping names.
I'm gonna
right?
trust.
all about dropping names.
Trust. Like nothing's off limits. I love it. I love
dropping
it. I
names,
love
man.
it.
Because some of these people, they could use the exposure, man.
I mean, I mean, like you, not that, like it's still mad that you remember people. That's the fascinating
I love
thing
it.
for me. Is like you still remember people
You
that.
got the exposure.
I think I'm like that. Like, because when I'm trying to explain something, I remember it by either the space, the name. I'm like, oh, it was when he was coming over there. He wore that blue shirt. You know, I think like I have my own little landmark.
Yeah,
that
the
I hold
names,
in
the
mind.
anchor, innit? The name, time, yes, the anchor.
Definitely.
So yeah, the cons is the major con is like the communication. So if
when that got better, I mean, we're still getting better because we still try to do a lot of work to make our communication better. But you know, the pros are just
communication and acceptance, man. If someone says they don't want to do that, they don't want to do it, man. Just let them go and if someone they don't want to do, they just so it just helps you basically.
But then the pros are just like obviously similar thought processes. We kind of vibe well together. We kind of mesh well together. So the pros are many, man.
Yeah, many.
You can just hear the pros of the music.
Like,
Literally. So like, with the dynamics that you've got, then. So when it comes to like maybe deciding who takes lead in a track or who it is that. Maybe for example, you like I actually want to like own this one and this time around this line. Like, how do you guys go about deciding that?
So whenever we hear a beat, whoever thinks of like mainly I end up with the chorus basically. So I most usually
You're the hook guy.
I most usually end up with the chorus. Like even if Chidi like writes it, I most usually end up singing the chorus. But it just depends. Like sometimes you start the song, sometimes the song starts with the verse, sometimes it starts with the chorus.
Yeah.
It just
either
depends on what
Either
from
or.
track to track.
There's actually no process for that bit. Like just whoever whoever's beats bears and start, be like, you know what?
How about you start? Yeah. Whoever has a stronger beat, like, yeah, do for verse 1. I want people to listen to that.
Yeah.
Then,
So obviously, I've actually been in your space. I've actually seen you guys work. I've been at a couple of your ciphers.
Yes.
Oh, it was so lit. And I know that y'all make beats. So like, which one of you is it that makes beats? I know you got like some credits with some of your work that you've put out. So is it both of you that makes the beats, or?
So we did Kilimanjaro, we did Cool.
Oh wait, sorry. Did you say you did Kilimanjaro?
Yeah.
Alright, just bear with me a second. I've just got something to show you guys. Oh.
It's the Kilimanjaro top, innit? I knew it.
Like, man's a fan.
Alkohol Republic.
I don't play. Like, do you see it? You see it? Okay. I was waiting for someone to drop Kilimanjaro.
Thank you, Nafi.
So obviously get your merch out there.
Link in our bio.
Link in their bio. So yeah,
thanks,
no, anytime, man. I love you guys, man. You should know that. If I don't love you, I wouldn't be here. Like, it's love, man. So I love that you both make the beats. Then yeah,
we do. But now we're thinking about it's so hard trying to do the beats, then trying to get them mixed and mastered. So what we do now. I just lease beats, man.
Okay.
So what program were you using before?
I was doing Fruity Loops to kind of arrange the whole Cubase to record. But now I just go when I just lead to a beat, I just see a beat, and it's so much better now because I could just sit, just roll make different vibe, just listen to beat after beat after beat, and just like
okay.
Got a song for you, Nafi.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we'll sort it out later.
It better happen now.
It will.
Like, it's on camera now, so it's got to happen. It's cool.
You should go now. I talk to my peoples.
Do you know what? I just don't like. Do you know, like, obviously, like, management's involved now, guys. Like, you can't. It's not like how it used to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, definitely not.
Are you guys ready for another test?
Of course,
Of course.
So let's think about your track record so far. It's been 0. Okay. So if I said,
Gotta get this one right.
Thank you, Patrick Stewart, does that mean anything to you?
Yeah, like, come on.
Got the
Yes.
Nice one, guys.
So, which one of you guys is the Treki?
We're both Trekkies.
We're both Trekkies.
Really? You're a Star Trek fan?
Yeah. I was wearing my Star Trek onesie yesterday.
Oh,
That's all I had yesterday.
you know what? I grew up
Feeling like
watching
Captain
them,
Kirk
but I
yesterday.
never really understood what I was watching.
Yeah, I didn't understand it when I was young.
At all. I just saw funny faces, big ears, and they used to like.
The
That's
Federation.
they only come up at night time, so I get scared of, like, you know.
Yo,
Man, it's the Vulcans that get me, man.
I love them guys.
Man. The Logic guys.
Hold on.
gonna admit, like,
I
first
can do
Star
it.
Trek was Discovery, like the newest one, but that got me.
And then you went back.
That got me just thinking about the whole thing like differently. It's quite good.
We also did Star Wars as well, didn't we?
Yeah.
We don't Star Trek. Just need to.
I'm waiting for Black Panther.
Black
You
Panther
guys
too.
mentioned something about, you've referenced Black Panther in your songs as well.
Oh, we like literally like this is like we eat like all these references up like it's
Comic books, you know,
movies.
You know, it kind of
games.
makes sense now
If
because
you go to our living room, there's
you
like
was
comic
into
books
comics
things on the
prior. Because
Yeah.
I was like, right, this dog keeps talking about like comics, and then I sit there and I just think about it, and then it kind of makes sense. Like, you
Not
might
only
have
do I
been
have-
doing this for a while.
Yeah,
Like,
I'll show you. Not only do I have physical copies in our room, I also have a Kindle subscription. So I'm reading Black Panther now.
Oh.
show
oh
Black Panther.
wow, they're reading the comics.
That's
for
your
that.
camera, that one.
Oh, that's
yeah.
that one.
So there you go. That's Black Panther by Ta-Nehisi Coates. Amazing guy.
So you're like a proper comic head. You don't play about with your shit.
You don't play about my shit.
I
No,
read
it's
Japanese.
Japanese mangas. This guy.
Manga.
So this guy is.
I know about it,
left
and that's
to right.
about it.
I don't read manga, I watch anime, but I don't read manga.
Yeah, I watch anime.
Yeah.
I read some.
If you read because you read the manga and then
Okay,
you
guys,
have to wait
don't
for the
stone
anime
me
to
or
come back.
anything, but I only got into anime this year.
That's fine. There's
So,
no better time.
What have you seen?
If you say the name, Meliodas.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
Is that a character?
Yeah, that's a character. 7 Deadly Sins.
Seven Deadly
Okay,
Sins.
cool.
That is a good one.
It's so good. That was the first thing I started with, and then I think
Watch Fire Force.
What else?
Watch Fire
Oh,
Force.
is that the only one you've seen?
Yeah.
But
Have you seen
yeah,
Squid
she
Game?
kind of chilled out.
This
yes.
game is pretty much
anime.
That's
just
If you like that, just venture into the animation, the cartoons and stuff. Just like if you like the physical representation of like Asian shows, like just go watch the anime, man. It's the same thing.
I'll be honest. I watched the first episode. I didn't even get into like a minute. I told my guy to turn the TV off.
Really? You didn't like Squid Games?
I think it was the fact because I'm not into goriness. Like when I see blood,
that was what made me say
that's what made me say
no.
yes.
I was like, yes.
Have you seen the new Chucky? The new Chucky TV show.
No, Chucky scares me.
You need to go see Chucky, man.
I feel like a little bitch right now, but Chucky scares me.
I don't blame you.
Like, I don't like horror movies. I don't like anything in the dark. Like, there has to be light.
So you only want to scare movie in a brightly lit room like this?
But you know it's fake though. That's the thing.
No, I will watch.
I'm like, I know it's fake.
I don't know if it's fake because there are spiritual things attached to things.
No, if it's
the
a
African in me
Nigerian
comes
film,
to life.
maybe you
I
can be
don't
like,
know.
I'm not playing with this.
Yes.
If it's a,
I think I literally just carried that mentality of watching African movies and put it into like the YouTube to the.
Darling, sweet one tastes like Cadbury flakes, darling. Sweet one never gets sick of the taste, darling. Sweet one make a man turn renegade, darling.